The last WNBL game before Santa arrives on his sleigh next week was held tonight at the State Basketball Centre in Victoria, and it was the Melbourne Boomers going up against the Adelaide Lightning, third up against fourth. Jenny Screen. Let's get straight into this. Melbourne kept Adelaide scoreless for the first 5 minutes, and that really set the tone for what was to come. Melbourne, in the end, victorious. Adelaide never hitting the lead. What stood out to you the most?
To be honest, it was just not a pretty game from either teams, and there was a war of attrition, to be honest. If we look at the match stats, rebounding count is always going to go your favour when an opposition is shooting at a very poor percentage. But the highlight for me, turnovers from both teams was horrendous. But for the Melbourne Boomers, their defensive pressure really forced Adelaide Lightning into those turnovers, and the steals. 13-5 is the main reason that you saw Melbourne Boomers come away with the win tonight.
Chris Lucas, the coach of Adelaide Lightning, not very happy with his team, and they charged straight from the court at full time into the shares, no doubt, having some very honest discussions. In a losing side, we have Brianna Turner and Steph Talbot almost single-handedly keeping the Lightning in this. What pleased you most about their appearances?
Look, I thought for Breezy, as she's known of, she came out very assertive, tried to show her dominance down low and also shooting it from that nice little elbow spot. Steph Talbot, she was pretty quiet in the first half. 1 of 7, 3 points to her name, but she is an Australian opal. She stepped up and rallied in that second half, but unfortunately, you need 5 players or more to contribute to get the win, and Steph Talbot and Turner could not do it on their own, and that's a main reason why Nicole Seekamp and the rest of them needed to step up tonight, and they didn't.
For the winning side, the Melbourne Boomers, Lindsay Allen picking up where she left off in round 6, absolutely carving up. It seems there is nothing this woman cannot do. What do you love about it,
I just love watching every part of her game, and the best part about it is she is a great person as well. She's feeling more comfortable and confident with every game she plays, whether she's attacking off the pick and roll and sharing the dinner, shall we say, and feeding her teammates, or having the ability to stop up and prop and hit down the 3 or the long 2. Melbourne Boomers are very lucky to have on her roster, and mark my words, she will be pushing for MVP this year.
Ezzy McBeggar was telling me post-game, she said, I'd rather be playing with Lindsay Allen than against her, because you do not want enemies like that. And speaking of Ezzy, she also played a huge part in the Boomers' victory tonight.
We have to remember how young this girl is. We had the Australian Opals coach, Sandy Brondello, in the crowd, and she put her foot forward to say, I want a jersey next year for Tokyo 2020. She was all over the boards, 10 rebounds. She had 16 points, a nice little double-double to see her go into Christmas with some fine form.
Well, Chris Lucas and the Adelaide Lightning, they need to go back to the drawing board. They're on the road this week. They're on the road again next week. They take on the Sydney University Flames, who have actually got 2 big scalps now in this season, showing that they're not finished yet. It is next weekend, next Sunday, the 29th of December, and our coverage begins at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We hope you can join us for that one, the last game before 2020 officially kicks in. But for now, Melbourne Boomers, they are victorious, 66-57, the final score here at the State Basketball Centre. They have the split over the Adelaide Lightning, which, Jenny, may come in handy as we edge towards the playoffs, as we figure out who's going to finish top 2, top 4 in this WNBL 2019-2020 season. On behalf of us here at the State Basketball Centre, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week.